Oh, daughter, you've made me so sad.
Yo, so I'm reading my Bible, right? And in the Gospel of Judges 11, a virgin had to die. But let me rewind though, cause she's innocent. Y'all, it all started with this man named Jephthah made a promise to God. But let's go back further than that, see. Jephthah was the son of Gilead, but Gilead was a rolling stone. Y'all, he was outside. Until one day it caught up to him when his side chick was like, hey, can we talk? And y'all already know what that meant. And just like that, Gilead became the father of Jephthah. And what's worse is, she wasn't just a side piece, y'all. She was a prostitute. Talk about a bomb in Gilead. Anyways, as Jephthah got older, it seemed like the worse his stepbrothers treated him. That's when one day they were like, hey, half-breed, you know you're not getting any of our daddy money, right? But Jephthah was like, that's my daddy too. But they were like, he not like us, you your mama's son. Jephthah was like, bro, come on, we got the same daddy. But one of his other brothers was like, what's the difference between my mama and your mama? Jephthah was like, what? Y'all his brother gonna say, your mama a thought.
Is a thought. She's a hoe.
Stop! Jephthah was like, you better was about to say holy. Y'all, they were putting your boy Jephthah through it. They were like, matter of fact, Jephthah, you're not even welcomed here. You should just leave. Jephthah was like, wait.
So you're blaming me because of our father?
But they were like, call it whatever you want, but you ain't getting our inheritance. Jephthah was like, our inheritance. But one brother snapped back and said, no, half-breed, our inheritance. Y'all, Jephthah was hurt. He was like, so y'all really gonna do this? But the brothers didn't care. And y'all, just like that, they did the unthinkable. They kicked Jephthah out their daddy house. Pause. Cause Jephthah didn't choose who his mama was. He didn't choose what family he belonged to, but his brothers were making him pay for something out of his control. And somebody needs to hear this, because people can reject you because of a story you didn't write. Anyways, so Jephthah left and went to a city called Tobi. Yeah, when Jephthah got to Tobi, people embraced him. People fell in love and respected him. Pause. Because isn't it something that strangers can see and appreciate you more than family anyways? Jephthah, in the presence of strangers, became a mighty warrior, and the people honored him so much that everyone followed him. Wherever he went, they went. Whatever he said do, they did it. Jephthah became their leader, and they willingly became his army. Pause. Let that sink in. Anyways, y'all, Jephthah was living his best life, minding his business. When there was news the Ammonites came to fight against Israel and his brother Nem, yes, his brothers. And you already know what they did. Yep, they went searching for Jephthah, talking about, we need to find our brother and his army. Y'all, when they found him, they were like, brother, it's been a long time. Anyways, come be our leader so you can fight the Ammonites for us. But y'all, Jephthah was looking at them like, brother, come fight. Wait, wasn't y'all just calling me half-breed? And didn't y'all kick me out my daddy house? I ain't heard nothing from y'all this whole time, but now y'all want me to fight y'all war? Please be for real. That's when the brother's gonna say, brother, please, please, we're begging you. Come help us, we about to die. You don't want us to die, do you? What would daddy think? You wanna honor daddy, right? If you fight for us, we'll make you our leader. Pause. Y'all, they didn't go get Jephthah because they suddenly loved him. They went to him because the gift they rejected became the gift they needed. And even though Jephthah knew his brothers were using him, he loved them. So he agreed, and they made him the head and the captain over everybody. But y'all, rather than going to war, Jephthah sent the king a message. He was like, hey bro, I don't want to fight. I don't have no beef with y'all, so can we just call it a truce? But y'all, that's when the king with his arrogant self gonna send a message back and say, Nah, y'all stole my land. So Jephthah messaged him back like colonizer. What? What land? What land you talking about? The land God gave us. Be for real. Y'all, the king was arguing this man down about some land that didn't even belong to him. So Jephthah got fed up and sent a message back to the king and was like, I'm tired of you messing with Israel. We ain't do nothing to your people, but if you want these hands, I'm passing out fresh KOs. If you want to go to war, let's go war then. And just let God be the judge. Welcome back to Trap Bible Stories. Part 2, Judges 11. That's when the Spirit of God came upon Jephthah, and he and his army started marching towards battle. Pause. Y'all, the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah before Jephthah said a word, meaning God was already with him. God had already gave him power to conquer the enemy. Jephthah didn't have to bargain for something God was already preparing him to do, because that changes what happens next. Because on the way there, Jephthah started praying. He was like, Big G, I promise if you let me win this battle, whatever comes out of the doors of my house to meet me when I come back, it's yours. I'll offer it to you as a burnt offering. Yo, sometimes we make promises to God out of fear when God never asked us to negotiate with him in the first place. Because God never asked him to barter for his spirit, but yet Jephthah made a vow anyway. Because in those times, Christians were taking pagan practices and mixing them with doctrine. But anyways, so y'all, the battle starts and God stays with Jephthah. And not only did God let Jephthah win the war, but they took over 20 more cities. So God got the victory.
God is mighty! God is victorious!
But y'all, he still had that promise he made to God.
I will sacrifice the first thing that greets me from my home.
He had been gone in war for so long that maybe he forgot who else besides his animals would be waiting to greet him when he got home. Now imagine Jephthah walking home, victorious, everybody celebrating men who supported and respected him, yelling, Jephthah!
Jephthah! Jephthah!
Jephthah. And he was probably thinking, life couldn't get any better. I came home alive. My brothers are talking to me again. God, let us win. But y'all, as he was walking towards his house, he starts to hear a tambourine. Jephthah pauses. But y'all, it was too late. His only child, his daughter, ran out the house dancing, playing her tambourine. She was so happy to see her daddy come back from the war. Daddy! Jephthah froze. Daddy, you won! I knew you were coming home. I told everybody my daddy was coming home. But Jephthah just stood there in silence. His daughter said, Daddy, 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 why are you looking at me like that? But y'all, that's when Jephthah tore his clothes. She was like, Daddy, what's wrong? But Jephthah cried, oh, baby girl.
Daughter, you've made me so sad.
But y'all, the daughter was confused. She didn't understand, so she was like,
Daddy, what's wrong?
But Jephthah replied,
I told God I would make a burnt offering of what greeted me first.
I made a vow to the Lord, and I can't take it back. Y'all, Jephthah was face to face with his only child, and now he had to tell her the vow that she was going to be sacrificed because of the promise he made to God. Jephthah was like, tears started to fall. I told God I would give a burnt off for whatever in my house greeted me first. And it's you. I have to sacrifice you. His tear hit louder. And y'all, you would think that his daughter would be sad when Jephthah got done telling her she was about to die. But no, she was like, Daddy.
It's okay, Daddy.
I understand.
It's okay.
I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not sad about that. But I am really sad I'm going out a virgin. I waited for nothing. She was like,
I'll never marry. I'll never be with a man.
Can I have 2 months to go cry about this with my friends? Y'all, for 2 months, she was
sorry,
whining
daughter.
about not having sex
Yes, you
and
can take 2
dying
months
a
to grieve.
virgin. But wait,
This isn't fair, but I will do as the Father says.
because it's deeper than just, she just wanted a man. In their time, dying childless meant her father's family line ended with her. Remember, she was his only child, so when she mourned her virginity, she was mourning the husband she'd never have, the children she'd never hold, and the future that would never happen. Jephthah didn't just lose his daughter. His reckless vow cost him his legacy. Anyways, after those 2 months were over, she went back home and Jephthah committed to his vow and sacrificed his daughter. See, Jephthah won the war, but it cost him something. Y'all better be careful about these vows.
I kept my vow, God. I kept my vow.
Promises y'all be making to God. Also, can we just talk about how he helped his brothers despite them kicking him out the family? Anyways, moral of the story. Jephthah asked God for a victory after the Spirit of God had already come upon him. How many times have we begged God to prove he's with us while we're standing in the evidence that he's already there? Because you don't have to make a deal. God, if you do this, I'll do that. God, if you get me out of this, I'll put it on my mama, I'll live for you. God, if you bless me, I'll give you everything else. Because real blessings don't require bargaining with a sovereign God when you're obedient. Moral number 2. Jephthah's brothers rejected him. But rejection doesn't cancel what God put inside of you, because the man they claimed wasn't good enough to be their brother became good enough to be their leader. Moral number 3. Jephthah had every reason to let his brothers die and fight their own battle. But he went back. See, sometimes God will send you back into a place that rejected you, not because you need them, but so people can see you've always been everything they said you weren't. Because people will throw you away, not knowing they are disposing of the best thing they need. Anyways, now go read it for yourself, Judges 11. I want to know what y'all learned. This is Trap Bible Stories with Tam Watts. Trap Bible Stories, book available on Amazon. Get volume 1 and 2 today. Get the audio version at trapbiblestories.supercast.com. I have so many Bible stories that have been requested. So stay tuned and bring your popcorn. And I'll see you on the next video.
We learned scripture, mama, we made it. Been reading the Bible, Genesis to Revelations. These Bible stories, pain and the glory. God get the glory from every story. Trap Bible stories, Trap Bible stories. This is the trap Bible story. Trap Bible story. We learn the scripture. Mama, we made it. Been reading the Bible, Genesis to Revelation.